the planets take a well-deserved midsummer break to read and swim and tan all day out somewhere in the Milky Way. Now at last the day had come to stop their orbit round the sun, and so the planets waved goodbye to their homes up in the sky. They met one time at 8 o'clock on the corner of their block, then stood and waited in a line. The bus arrived at 8:09. Jupiter, Venus, Mars, that's me, Uranus, check, and Mercury, Neptune's here, and Saturn too. Step right up and go on through. Now, is there anyone I missed? Me, said Earth. Please check your list. Mars checked. Nope, your name's not here, but I can write it in next year. And then the planets closed the door. There is no space, they said, for any more. Hang on, called Earth. Don't go. Just wait. I'm sure there's room in there for 8. When Earth got home, she stroked her moon, who was glad to have her back so soon. My friends were really mean, she sighed. And then she sat alone and cried. At last Earth stopped to wipe her face. Maybe there really was no space. No, Earth knew something wasn't right. So she packed her car and drove all night. She headed west and drove for hours through asteroids and meteor showers. And there, beyond the brightest star, Earth made a space to park her car. She found 8 planets in the top. Pluto has since joined the club. She heard them laugh. She heard them whoop. She saw Saturn with her hula hoop. Earth's eyes were wet. Her heart was sore. Why don't you like me any more? We are sorry, Earth. Forgive us, please. But it looks to us like you have fleas. We are worried what you have is catching. We know you itch. We've seen you scratching. Earth stood still as it sank in. Then slowly she began to grin. Fleas? She laughed until she shook. Come close, she said, and take a look. The planets shrugged and gathered near to peer into Earth's atmosphere. And they saw dolphins and enormous whales, and fish with wings and fish with sails, flocks of birds high in the air, and bugs that flitted everywhere. And below the bugs and below the birds were wild beasts in endless herds, grasses, flowers, redwood trees, and jungles full of chimpanzees, lions, zebras, kangaroos, right down to frogs and pygmy shrews. The smallest still, the ants and bees, and yes, down there they saw some fleas. It's true, said Earth. I'm infested, just as Mars here has suggested. And it's not just fleas, there is so much more, from mountain top to ocean floor. I love each creature, plant and bug, each human, tree and tiny slug. But don't be worried, don't be stressed. Let me put your minds at rest. You can't catch the things I've got. You are too cold, and you are too hot. You are too small. Your days are long. Your gravity is much too strong. You're made of gas. You're made of ice. And Mars, you just aren't very nice. You have to be just right, you see, and that is why there's life on me. The next year, for the summer break, they didn't make the same mistake. Earth, said Mars, I must insist that you are first upon my list. They all drove west for many hours, past comets, stars, and meteor showers, to read and swim and tan all day, out somewhere in the Milky Way.